Okay, so our challenge for this month is to create a circle and a sine curve that are mirroring, I guess, demonstrating the fact that the height of the point above the line is given by the sine value at that angle. And I guess this is something that I've seen a million times, and I haven't really tried to build one yet. So I guess, I mean, a circle, we can we can handle the concept of a circle. Uh, let's have a blank circle, maybe make it a bit bigger than that. And I've made a Keynote file that's sort of quite wide so that we can fit the whole thing on here. I guess I'm going to put that here and make the line a bit thicker. Okay, so to create the sine curve, which is the bit that I'm a bit more dubious about. So there are kind of editable line objects in Keynote. I'm not confident that that's going to be a sensible way to do this. I can also, I believe, insert a line by drawing it with a pen, which I could theoretically use to create something sine curvy. But again, I'm not going to get the accuracy that I need here. So what I've done is I found this website. It's called sinewaver.com. And it lets you generate a sine wave, and you can change the wavelength, and you can change the amplitude, and that kind of thing. And you can also change the thickness of the line, and then you can export that as as an SVG image, which is the sort of vector editable image. Okay, and then having got that, I could grab my SVG file that I've just downloaded and drop that in here. And I've got an object which sort of looks like an image in Inkscape, but if I use the break apart command there, that will then give me something that is a line. And I know that Inkscape is interpreting it as a line because I can change the thickness of it. I can also do things like a line draw animation and that sort of thing. So I can do that if I want to. But I now have something which looks a bit like my sine curve. And I guess I sort of don't need that last bit there. So if I make editable, I can potentially get rid of this bit. There we go. And I've got like the bit from the start up to here, and I can maybe, oh gosh, don't want that. What have I got here? Oh, it's got like a billion points on it. Fair enough. So if I grab what I hope is the very end one, I can maybe make that a little bit longer. And that will, let's say that will do. So here is my sine curve. I've gone too far over here, haven't I? Let's put a bit of this back. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. No one's looking at it that closely. All right, so if I'm here, like let's say chuck a x-axis on here, I can make all of these be the right size. So my circle is sitting on that line. This thing is also, I mean, absolutely perfect centering there. This is telling me just how bad my eyeballing was just now. So yeah, you're going to there, and you were kind of all right where you were, but you're going to there. Okay. If I've got a point which is here, it's going to have a y coordinate of 0, and then it's going to go this way around the circle, I guess. Okay, so we need a red dot, let's say. Let's do a red circle there. That's going to start off here, and an equivalent one that's going to start off there. And I guess like for a simple animation of this, I kind of just need the things to move at the same time. So if I add in an action, which is a move action, not that way, I would like it to move, let's say, down to here, and then I can do that. And you know what? Let's do this in chunks. So I'll add another move action. Where you going? Up to there, and another one up to the top of the circle. I'm kind of just eyeballing where that is. And then back to where it started. Okay, and for all of these actions, so here's my list of actions. I want all of these to not ease in and out, please. And let's see, yeah, 1 second, and they all happen after each other. So if I hit play now, I get a nice motion of a point around a circle. And at the same time, I want this one to add an action that's a move, and it's going to get to this point in that same 1 second that we had. Oh, this isn't going to be as easy, is it? So I need a second point there. Or curves. There we go. And then I add another action, which is also a move, up to here. Point there. And a point there. And move again for the third second to there. And finally to that point. And I guess that's sort of all we need for illustrating the point that we're making. In fact, I can probably get rid of that last loop of sine curve, can't I? Again, please don't ease in and out. Please happen after each other. But actually what I want is for that one to happen at the same time as that one. Oh gosh, I've lost them. That one. Do you know what? Just for now, I'm going to make that one green. That one there, that one there, and that one there. This one is happening at the same time as the previous one. That one is happening at the same time, and that one is happening at the same time. And hopefully, if we hit play on that, we'll get a nice motion like that. And I guess it could be argued, there are probably people who would argue that that's not how the motion on a sine curve works, and that actually what we really need is for it to have it's not moving at a constant speed in the way that I've just made it done there. But I think on the scale that we're looking at here, that is probably sufficient for the purposes of what we're doing. So if I make that one red again, just for completeness, I now have this nice animation, which is a point on a circle and a point on the sine curve. And you know, if I want to make this more fun, I could put in a line from the center of the circle to the what are you snapping to? Come on, you go over there like that, and then this one. I'm not sure if I can make that snap to the center of the circle. I can make it be the width of the circle, and that's good. And I could then theoretically, if I hold down the right button, no, not that one. What do I want to do? I'll duplicate it, move it back onto where it was, and then use the rotate to spin it around 900 degrees, as you do. And now I can make that one be the length of that, as if it would snap. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? So now I've got a line here, which I'll make a little bit thicker. And in fact, I'm going to duplicate that line, and I'm going to pop another one over here, like that. So it's the other half of the circle. Maybe nudge it across a bit. And I'm going to make that one invisible. And, oh no, not that line. What are you doing? What am I holding here? That one. I'm going to make that one, like I say, like it might have a white line on it. And drop it back in down here. There. And then I'm going to grab this one as well. I'm going to group those two objects, and I'm going to apply a rotate action to that. And I'm going to say rotate 360. No, in fact, rotate 90. Oh, please don't ease in and out. That was the correct direction, and take 1 second. And if I preview that, that's going to take 1 second to get around to the top. Don't ease in either, come on. There. And then if I just keep repeating that action, so I get rid of that line, I can send this to the back, so it's not going to be visible, but I'm going to give it another rotate for 90, and then another one. Nope, that's a move. A rotate 90. I could just edit all of these at the same time, but I'm obviously doing these separately. Still, it's a move again. I wanted to rotate, there we go, and also 90, and please don't do these things while they're the default. And then again, I'm going to pop that one there and say, with the previous build, that one, I really hope these are in the right order. I mean, this sort of doesn't matter, right? As long as it rotates 90 degrees at that point. Here we go, and this one is with the previous build. And then, perfect, absolutely nailed it. That clip is going in the outtakes, so I'll grab those for. I literally watched it and I was like, yep, that's going in the right direction. It is not. So here it is with the thing, and now you can see that it's absolutely perfectly lined up, and that's gone really well. Why is that behind? That's so weird. That is so weird. But anyway, it's near enough. Near enough, isn't it? It looks like it's pushing it round. It's adorable. But cool. That is how I would do an animation of this type, and I'm going to make that line grey because I can. And that is my entry for this month's AGC, which I'm sure you've all enjoyed very much and have a nice time. Yep, and send that one to the back as well. Now we're all good. Oh no, it doesn't want to be behind that. No, I've ruined everything. That line has to be black, doesn't it? Fine, I'll make that line black. Happy March, everyone. Bye.